What's going on, guys? This is Pokemon Mystery Mail Day number 105, and I'm throwing you guys for curveball because I have something here that I would not typically order or buy, just because it's not really in my niche of collecting. But, well, I guess it kind of is in my niche of collecting, but let's go ahead and get into it. So first thing is up is this box that I ordered off of TikTok. So far, the only thing I canceled on TikTok were 2 boxes for Evolving Skies for 160, and honestly, I knew it was too good to be true, but somebody reached out in the Discord and let me know that that was a Fugazi seller, so I canceled those out. I'm glad I did, but everything else from large transaction sellers, thousands of transactions and lots of reviews. I got some 151 UPCs. Those did great. The last live, we actually opened one, and again, it was just bangers. I got 2 Pikachu illustrations in one box and the Giovanni's Charisma SIR, so that was really fun. But this was something I also saw for a deal, and I kind of wish I would have bought the Classic Collection. If I wasn't trying to complete 151 by opening all of the cards myself, to complete the set, then I probably would have bought a bunch of other cool stuff. But this was something that I could not pass up on, so I'm hoping that everything is legit. I've actually never seen one of these in person, but when this came out, I knew that I wanted it, especially being a huge Pikachu fan. I knew that I wanted it, and I did talk about it briefly in one video, and I may do a follow-up video again because this is a collectible that I'll be keeping in my collection a long time, unless I buy multiples, maybe some to flip down the road. But I'm very excited. Wow, this is so cool! Very excited to receive the Yokohama Pikachu theme deck. Well, I wouldn't say theme deck, but the World Championship deck. Absolutely phenomenal. Still sealed, in great condition. From what I can see, I don't really see any dents or dings. This is a really, really cool collection piece, considering the actual Pikachu card that's inside that a lot of people are trying to get graded. I honestly don't really care to open this box up, although I do really want the card. I think this is something just really, really cool that I'm going to end up keeping sealed in my collection. It's honestly the first Japanese product that I've ever bought and talked about on this channel, so pretty cool. I'm wondering, I actually haven't watched this get open, but on the back it shows you everything that's a part of the deck, everything that you get. It looks like you get a little coin, you get this. I'm sure these are deck boxes, I'm guessing right here, which look very aesthetically pleasing. I gotta say, the presentation of this box alone looks really good. Pikachu eating on some soup, some ramen, that's awesome. It's just a really cool box, and I guess to truly know if everything is legit, I would have to open it up. I don't really want to open it up, but it may come to that. For now, this is going to be a display piece on the shelf. I'm not even sure where I would put it. Maybe I really like this product, so maybe I'll actually squeeze it. Does it fit up here? No, it doesn't. It doesn't fit in there. It's just not enough clearance, so I'll probably end up putting this on one of the upper shelves. But as you guys know, it's not really in my niche to collect Japanese stuff, but I really, really like this Yokohama deck. I think the actual Pikachu card itself is phenomenal. We've got our little invoice here. I don't see what the TikTok shop was, but we've got a little invoice and some bubble mailer here, so I can reuse that box at some point, but I want to put some focus on the Pikachu card in this box. It's absolutely phenomenal. It is, in my opinion, one of the best Pikachu cards of all time. This guy right here, that's as blown up as we're going to get. Hi, baby. That's as blown up as we're going to get pretty much on this. My editing skills are trash. I'm not going to put something on the screen, but you guys can see pretty clearly what the card inside actually looks like. When this news dropped that this was coming out, I think a lot of people were going to scalp this product. It's since come down a little bit. I think it was like $250 or $200 a pop when it first, was releasing and people were getting their hands on it. it's kind of, I am pretty sure, I'm under the assumption that these boxes at World Championships were $20 to $40 a box. It's just the typical Japanese scalping story of stuff getting way overpriced, making its way over to the US. This is another reason why I don't really want to support buying Japanese stuff too much, because there is a lot of scalping, and there's scalping in English stuff too. But yeah, this is kind of taken to a whole nother level from Japanese releases, you know, from booster boxes to specialty products like this. This right now, standard is like $180, $190 still. That is way too much for what this is. And that reselling scalping price of this box is driving up this card's price in a PSA 10. Anyways, we're going to keep that like that, and we're just going to go ahead and move along to the next thing. Try and keep these mail day videos short and sweet, since none of my other videos really are. Very excited for this. Most of you probably already know what this is, because I am fairly predictable, but I'm not even going to look at what it is. This could be, I have 2 pieces of mail here, so this could be one of 2 cards. But it's the one I'm hoping for. Everything will be chronological. I'm not even going to look. I'm not even going to look. I love the way they package these authenticity guarantee cards with eBay. eBay has done such a phenomenal job of coming up with that new... okay, is that the back? Yeah, that's the back. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1... Bam! Oh! And it's got a gnarly swirl right there! Let's go! Let's go! I was honestly just going for a semi-newer Cert 9, but I didn't even know that, like the photos didn't even show this had a swirl, probably because it was taken by eBay scans, or PSA scans, because this was from the vault. This is the seller I've gotten a lot of my gold stars from. They seem to be on a roll selling gold stars. Shout out to J Rich Collectibles for hooking it up on these. We couldn't really make a deal on the first ones, but he hooked it up on this one for sure. And this Regice is a great, it's honestly, I can tell it's going to be a strong 9, and that it probably got knocked for centering. Let's look at the back here. It literally has like nothing on the back whatsoever, and the centering on the back is good, but the front centering, you guys are about to see that again. Front centering is not good, but like, yo, I've been crushing it on these 9s lately. I've been very, very happy with these English 9s lately. These are some of the cards I probably wouldn't even want to upgrade to 10s, but as you guys can see, the centering is a little bit heavy on this side, maybe a little top heavy too. It's looking thinner on these 2 edges. But that's for me. For a lot of collectors, I know centering is like one of the most important things ever. For me, that is not the case. I know that cards and grading, a lot of it is hinged on centering. Centering is very important in the grading world. But for me personally, having the card in really good condition where I don't have any other visible flaws, that's more important to me than centering. I want the card to be in phenomenal condition. Speaking of conditions, God, this card is so nice. That is just gorgeous. I can't wait. Man, that swirl is just epic. It breaks out into like little double swirls. See if we can catch that on camera. But it's phenomenal. This swirl is one of the best ones I've ever seen. It looks so cool. Gosh, and it definitely gives another aesthetic look to the card. So there it is. Now we have Reggie Rock, Reggie Steel, and Regice. I have the trio now knocked out. Next trio that I'd probably work on, I need to finish the Eevee Evolution line out of the Gold Stars. We still need Flareon, Vaporeon, Umbreon, Espeon. Umbreon and Espeon are non-holos. They are very expensive. Those will probably come very late. There is a PSA 9 Espeon on eBay right now, but it's a really high price and it does not look like it's a really good 9. This is like best case scenario for 9s. Honestly, like a lot of the cards I've gotten recently are best case scenario. I'm very happy with them. And I'm even happy to have paid a slight premium over eBay for them. Because I didn't even send this to the vault. I could have it was already in the vault. I could have just kept it in the vault and then withdrawn it. I really messed up on some of my last purchases. I just wanted them in hand quickly, but I should have taken a little more time, and it would have saved me a little more money on these cards. But it's okay because they're in phenomenal condition, and I wanted to get them so I could do these mail days, and yeah, they look great. But yeah, looking at some of the higher end cards I've been buying, it has shown me how important, you know, the condition of the card really is, and how OCD I've become. I was looking over my WotC binders this morning, and I think that's going to be one of my next videos, doing a recap again of everything that I've collected and bindered. I traded a ton of cards at Collecticon for Crystal Charizard. I've talked about this several times, but it's definitely a pivotal point in my collecting career. One of the biggest mistakes that I made when I traded off all those cards is that I didn't check my binders from when I was collecting and trying to complete sets right when I got back into collecting. I should have cross-checked all of my binders to see if there were any cards I should swap out for the cards that I had stacked up at Collecticon that I traded for Crystal Charizard. That's one of my biggest regrets, because the cards that were in that box, this isn't like a story of like, I had such nice cards in my collection. The cards that were in that box, a lot of them were near mint or very lightly played, whereas the cards in my binder, which you guys are going to see soon, until I got to the later sets where my taste was changing and I was getting a little more picky, man, I have some rough looking cards out of WotC. Like, some of my base set cards look rough, some of my Team Rocket cards look rough, some of my jungle cards look rough, some of my Gym Challenge and Gym Heroes cards look rough. Like as you're collecting and you binder away your cards, when you're buying other cards and duplicate cards, like, I was just like, oh, I've got my binder cards, who cares? I've got my nice cards in a nice stack in an acrylic case. Wrong. I should have done things completely different. I should have bindered all those cards that were better condition in my box, and that way when I went to sell the box, it would have been a much better trade for me, because the cards would have been, a lot of them would have been in lesser conditions. Now, there is an argument that, you know, Orion, like, you did the right thing. Like, you traded with cards that were in good condition. That was a fair trade. They probably wouldn't have taken the trade if it was all my swapped out cards from the binder. They probably wouldn't have taken the trade. And at the end of the day, the binder is just for looking over and being like, oh, wow, I collected these sets. Good, they're complete. I can always swap them out and upgrade over time. I just had some really nice minty cards. I had minty Blastoise. I had minty Venusaur. I had Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge cards that were minty, jungle cards that were minty. You guys saw when I would go to the store and pick up WotC cards and you know, by the dozens, a lot of them were in really good condition and I was picking them up for cheap. So, but it's not the end of the world. WotC is everywhere. I probably need to check into my local shops and see what they have, because it's been a long time since I went to my local shops just to see what they had. But anyways, crazy. We've done 105 of these Mystery Mail Day videos, and we are really closing in on our goal, completing the Gold Stars. It's getting very tough. I need Mew. That's $1,500 card and a 9. I need Mewtwo. That's, you know, a $1,600 to $1,700 card, and nobody's really probably even going to sell it for that amount on eBay. I need Gold Star Charizard, which isn't even one of my favorite Gold Stars. Like, I don't even really want to pay for Gold Star Charizard because it's so expensive. I know so many people are going to be like, Orion, like, you can't knock it until you have a Gold Star Charizard. I'm sure it will grow on me when it's in my collection. But right now, it's definitely the least of my concerns. I would even buy duplicates of other Gold Stars probably before I bought a Gold Star Charizard and a 9. And also, there's just no good deals on them right now. You know, my budget for that card really is around $3,500, and I don't even want to pay that. But no one's going to sell it for that on eBay right now. Everyone's in the, you know, $4,000 area for Gold Star Charizard. But anyways, yeah, we got one more crossed off. So now we have, I want to say we have like maybe 10 left. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's 12. I don't know. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have 16 of the gold stars in my collection now. All PSA 9. English PSA 9. Super nice. I still need Crystal Celebi, and I still need a Crystal Charizard to replace the 8 that I sold. So that's going to be tough. But yeah, we've got 11. We have 11 cards left to go after in the Gold Star set. And we will have completed a Gold Star set in PSA 9. And I'll probably even upgrade some of the 9s to 10s at some point. Just because I feel like that's just natural for every collector to eventually want to move up on those grades. But, you know, a lot of the 9s are very clean, so who knows? Maybe not. Just put this in a nice little PSA sleeve. It looks good to go. And now it is going to live with my other gold stars. I don't know why I just put this away just to get it back out. I also want to say that of the most undervalued gold stars, we have the legendary dogs. These are phenomenal looking cards. They really are phenomenal looking cards. I think they deserve a little bit more respect. I think they're maybe a little undervalued, even though they do pop up on the market a lot. I still think it's a really good time to cross these off your list. I will actually be, let me see. I think I'm gonna replace this Suicune at some point with a 10 or another 9. But this Suicune has a little mark on the surface that's bothering me, and these are so cheap, I might actually just replace the Suicune. And in my opinion, the Suicune's probably the least good looking of the gold stars. I really prefer, Raikou's probably my favorite. Raikou is probably the best looking gold star, and if I were gonna get them in 10s, Raikou would probably be the first one I considered to upgrade to a 10. I love Raikou, I think it looks sick. It's tough because Entei looks really good too, but I like how Raikou's, I like how his claws are coming out of the card, but Entei looks sick too. Just think those are super undervalued. If you're gonna start gold stars, these are the 3 gold stars you should probably start with, just so you get a taste. You know, for the price of most of these you could get 3 gold stars, 3 of these dogs to start. So I think the dogs are a great place to start. And give you a little bit of a taste for what's coming. Let's go ahead. Since I have all 3 of these, let's look at these together. These are so cool all together like this. We've got the 3 Regice Gold Stars. Finally, they're all super, super clean. We finally have all 3 of them. As you guys know, Registeel is my favorite. Really ties them in together. I feel like Registeel should be the most expensive one, but that's just because he's my preference. It kind of goes like this. Registeel is probably the cheapest one. Then it goes Regirock. Then Regice is the most expensive one. I think I picked this one up for $700. Maybe $725, I want to say. But maybe $750, but it just sold recently, not too long ago, maybe like 3 weeks ago for like $800. So I feel I don't like, you know, it makes me nervous buying some of these higher end cards, but I know they're more than likely, because the pops are all pretty low on them, they're more than likely gonna go up in price. But it's tough to say, because for the 9s to go up in price, the 10s would have to go up in price. And I just don't know, in the current environment where the market is right now, I don't know if the prices of PSA 10s are going to rise. If anything, PSA 10 prices might even fall a little bit. And that shouldn't deter you from considering buying them, because when they do rise, the PSA 10s are going to be the first ones to rise. And who knows if we ever have like an inflated Pokemon bubble again like we did the past 2 years. You know, things may just keep trending up, but who knows. Anyways, that's the end of this mail day. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If you got some mail in, let us know in the comments below. Peace out, guys.